What's going on, guys? We're back at the farm. As we get in this new year, like me for myself, this past year I've kind of skipped out on training. I've had opportunities to go, just kind of was busy at work, life, etc., and I just really didn't take those opportunities. This year coming in, 2022, I'm definitely going to do more. I'm kicking off in January with a 2-day class, rifle and pistol, with Mark Auerbach from First Defense USA. I'm going to haul down to Arizona for a couple of days, work on my tan, and hang out with some homies. I'll probably see my boy Chris Blau down there, my girl Heather, and just kind of get back into the new year with a class to knock off the rust. It'll be 1-day pistol, 1-day rifle. So as I thought about these videos, I'm not an instructor, so please don't think that I'm here to teach you anything. I'm going to give you guys more my opinions on certain procedures or methods in regards to what we find on Instagram, what we find through some of these lesser quality instructors out there, and just kind of share with you what I've learned over the years. Because one of the benefits of owning RDR for the last 10 years is that I have been able to go to a metric shit ton of classes. I think probably all the way up until the pandemic hit, I was probably clocking 3 to 5 classes a year. That's a pretty significant investment for airfare, ammo, travel, hotel, etc. So I was really putting the time in getting a different class with different instructors. So this is going to be a way to free kind of leading into a few other videos, but I'm also taking questions and things that I find from you guys in the comments, whether it's recoil, mag changes, stance, sight picture, etc. You guys have asked me some questions, and I went through and kind of pulled those from the YouTube videos, as well as what I've gotten from DMs on Instagram, and kind of put a correlation of a list together, and we're going to go over some of those. So today we're going to talk about mag change, efficiencies, and what I see some things being taught on Instagram, and what I've been shown over the years from USPSA guys to SWAT guys to mill guys, a little bit of everybody in regards to where the gun goes, what it does when the gun is empty, and how much movement you have from the elbow to the hand. And I'll go over that more. So let's talk real quick. So I got a gun here, gun is empty. I'm going to slide in the gun because I got to do magazines and whatnot. So oftentimes when we're shooting, I'm just going to do it this way. We're shooting, gun is empty, right? Slide locks back. You see a lot of this. Back on. Well, what happened just now was the gun went slide lock, to the right, back over here. Magazine went in the gun, dropped the slide, and then back on target. That's a whole ton of time and movement. And what that movement looked like was here, 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 here. And it's just kind of a weird, kind of upside down, strange question mark looking thing, right? But what you can do is, and it all works on preference for you, the distance you want to move this gun, right? So for example, for me, magazine change, slide lock, I turn the gun, that's it, right? So if you notice, I pulled the gun back to me to the point where I could get the mag in the gun, and there it went. All that was this turn and back. The gun is still on line to where I want the gun to go back to. I didn't take it offline over here. The gun stayed on line from you to me, back, magazine in, and on target. This angle and this pullback will depend on you, right? You've all heard about dudes talking about, oh, workspace. Again, where's my muzzle after I load my gun? It's the same thing as this one over here. If I go here, I got to get back in the gun and back on target. If I stay from here, turn the gun, it's this, right? Dot and everything stays the same. It's also much faster because it's less movement. So as you get going in the gun, you're going to be able to much faster in regards to loading that pistol. It all depends on where you want to go. If you want to take a quick peek, by all means, do so. You can look, get back on the gun. So it all depends on what you want to do and how you apply it to what you do in regards to your reloads. But again, that's just something that I have found over the years that works much better for me in regards to getting those mags in the gun. I will say, depending on the pistol you have, your angle might have to be a little bit different. If I try to keep this gun super kind of square in an M&P, these sharp corners right here, they do drag, right? But if I get a little bit of an angle where I'm going this direction, right, much cleaner in the reload, right? And it's just much easier to get the mag in the gun versus going at a super steep kind of muzzle to the sky. I will catch right there because that sharp angle is hitting the wall inside the grip of the pistol. So again, finding that sweet spot for magazines is where you want to kind of go. So again, that's food for thought. I'll do it here live. We'll load up a couple magazines. We'll come back and show it to you how it's done. Crispy, eyes and ears?
Yes, sir.
I didn't know these mags only had 2 rounds in them. What the hell, Crispy? Would you load my mags only 2 rounds? Yeah. Jesus.
At least the bullets weren't backwards, you know what I mean?
That is true. So I'm gonna do 4 rounds and then do it a little slower. All right, so let's just kind of run a couple of reps, run 3 magazines. I don't know how many rounds are each one, so I just kind of top some off and we'll see what we've got. But we'll work a couple of different positions on the gun of what works better. Sometimes I find coming back, if it's a speed reload where I gotta go quick, closer is better. But if I'm just moving somewhere, out front works a little better. So let's just go through a few of them. You ready, Crispy?
Yes, sir.
You weren't ready earlier. That's why I had that unloaded gun. So
flashback. End of flashback.
all right. So if you guys noticed that last one, gun was out, good even movement. This is something that I think the guys that I watch in the USPSA world who do this as they're moving the stage, like JJ and all that, you'll see some compressed, some out forward. It takes some dry fire practice at home. If you're just dry fire practicing at home all the time, I'll put my belt on, magazines, and I have an old laundry basket. It's got a couple of pillows in the bottom. And I'll put on something on Netflix and I'll dry fire at home, just mag changes, mag changes, mag changes. I'll start with an empty gun, do a mag change, drop mag, I'll do it 2 or 3 times. And that's just a way to kind of get reps in. Also to work the gun itself. You'll notice some guys have a really chewed up mag well. That's from a ton of mag changes and a ton of live fire on the range. And again, mag well if you want, add one. If you don't want one, oftentimes if you add a mag well, you may have to augment your base pads on your magazines. So kind of play with that option there. But at the end of the day, reload in a consistent speed option is just as good as getting quick rounds on target. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, until next time, be well, take care.